Let's hell dive straight into this, shall we? It turns out there were extra buffs made in the latest patch which were not actually mentioned in the patch notes, and this being a massive buff to the expendable anti-tank and the recoilless rifle, which in my opinion was 100% needed after the changes that they made to the Railgun. Spitz, the community manager over on the official Helldivers 2 Discord, stated that it was an oops moment, that the EAT-17, which is the expendable anti-tank, and the recoilless rifle will no longer suffer from a 50% damage decrease when hitting an armoured enemy at a glance angle that deflects the shot. They're saying that when they combine this with the upcoming adjustment to health and spawn rates, this should make it easier to kill the larger enemies and to make them a bit less common. So instead of having 8 chargers all at once and 5 Bile Titans, we're most likely going to get 1 or 2 and a load more of a horde of enemies to face, basically, and to combat, and giving us the tools, which they took away with the latest patch of the Railgun, to be able to take these more elite units down in 1 or 2 shots. Personally, I've struggled a little bit with the changes that they made to the Railgun, because it was literally the only effective weapon at much of the higher difficulties that was effective against the Bile Titans and the Chargers. Going from 2 well-placed overcharged shots on the legs of a Charger to take the armour off and then 1 more to kill it, to now between 6 and 10. And on the Bile Titans, between 7 and 10 to take it down, to sometimes an entire clip from the Railgun overcharge to take it out. Now, yes, sometimes you can get better shots, but if you're kiting and you're running away because the weapons are less effective, it makes it so much more of a difficult experience to play this game on the higher difficulties when you've got a group of friends. Even worse when you're playing against a load of randomers. In my opinion, a better balance on the Railgun would be to maybe have increased the reload time or to have made the clip size smaller instead of just nerfing it to not an ineffective weapon, but it's much less effective than it was before in them higher difficulties on taking out the elite bosses. There were some further minor changes to, for example, the breaker, by where they decreased the magazine capacity from 16 to 13 rounds and increased the recoil. I still use this gun, I still find it quite effective. However, from muscle memory, I'm quite used to knowing that I can put down a specific amount of units before reloading, and now I'm kind of having to get back into the rhythm of doing this. They've made the Punisher shotgun more powerful, which is a good thing, I guess, because we need to kind of break that meta of just use these weapons to dominate. We need to bring the other weapons up. My comment on the flamethrower is, yes, it can kill the enemies. However, if you get in the jumpers and you set fire to them, all they're going to do is come and jump at you and set you on fire, because they've also increased the fire damage that you take. And a perfect example is the amount of damage that you take is when you launch the ICBM, don't stand near it now because it's going to decimate you and kill you in one go. The lascan is definitely much more effective now against the Chargers, especially on their booties as they're running away from you, shaking that thing in your face. So as of yesterday, there was a new trailer that dropped for new gear that's coming on the 14th of March. So we've got 3 new armor sets, 3 new capes, 3 new primary weapons, which include the Blitzer, which actually looks pretty cool, to be fair. We'll see how good it is. The Sickle, which looks like a las-type weapon, but shoots in a las-type format. And a plasma-based Punisher shotgun, which also looks pretty cool. A laser dagger, pistol, which is meh, I'm not sure. A stun grenade, which I guess will have its place in the game. So yeah, let's see what this brings. In other news, the mech suits are now available on the map called, Tien Kwan in the automaton sector. I played it a couple of times. I haven't actually found it yet. So if you find one, let me know in the comments how good they are. Are they as cool as they look? Because they look like they have a rocket pod on one arm and a Gatling gun on the other. It reminds me a little bit of like Warhammer 40k dreadnoughts that you used to get, which used to be epic. I used to love them things when I was a kid and an adult. So let me know what you think, guys, of the video. Drop me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. Until next time, peace.